Good morning, Facebook, my Instagram family, my YouTube followers. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Raw Chronicles with Eric, episode number 4. My name is Eric D. Taylor Best, and this is like a little discussion chat where we come and we, chop it up and talk about real life current events and issues and just whatever, just freestyle. And today I'm going to go ahead on and get right into today's topics about finances and roommates. Now, I know we don't know each other personally, and you have probably been following me for quite some time, or probably even a Facebook friend or somebody that just started following me. Well, you probably have seen me post different topics about roommates and finances and how difficult it is out here in today's economy to stay in a position where you can maintain yourself. So some of those topics that I posted and I said, about roommates and, living with people, me, myself personally, I've lived by myself for many, many, many years, and it's just been extremely challenging. And anybody out there that's listening to me that's in the same situation, I just want you to know, man, you gonna get through this. You got this. I'm managing responsibilities and paying bills and all of that. And when I tell you, it gets extremely heavy at times. Not only am I managing my responsibilities and stuff, I have to take care of myself, my health, my doctor's appointments, my dental appointments, any event that happened to me, I have to make sure that I'm in the right frame of mind to carry those duties out. And every day I wake up, I have to stay on schedule. I don't have the luxury of having a roommate or a family member or someone in my household living with me to look after me. So some of the things that you saw me post about, it's very stressful out here doing it all by yourself. And, not only am I doing it all by myself, I'm also, not connected to my family in the most healthy way that I should. So it's kind of like I'm just out here all by myself. I have to maintain residency, any responsibilities with my vehicles, insurance, subscriptions, all of that. So, when you are, living by yourself and you are trying to just, manage all these responsibilities in this uncertain climate that we're in, definitely under the leadership of this country that we're in now, because, you really don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what direction our country is going in. So, I have all of those looming concerns and fears and all of that I have to actually deal with on a day-to-day basis. So, yes, it's extremely stressful. So a lot of times I feel like I'm being punched this way and I'm being punched that way. It's like I can't never get a break. I can't rest. That's what makes it so stressful, trying to manage finances and responsibilities, definitely living alone. And it's completely different. And, no offense, but, if you are getting some type of guaranteed income, like on the third or whatever, bruh, okay. You worked on your job 20, 30 years. Now you on a guaranteed whatever that's coming in, paying your mortgage, rent, or your residency that's keeping you there in that same spot continuously, minus the headache and the stress and the uncertainty. That's a completely different scenario than someone like myself that's a single man, not connected socially to his family. Any idle thing that I have to deal with, I have to figure it out. So let me take my glasses off just to give you a visual of what this feels like every day. Remember, my parents are no longer here. I can't turn to my siblings. I can't turn to you. I can't turn to no friends or no outside family members. So unfortunately, every day that I have to face this life, it's kind of like this. I have to try to figure it out. It's like, oh my God, I can't call mom. I can't call dad. I can't call the people in the church. I can't call my brother. I can't call my frat brother. I can't call nobody that I work with. Right. So I feel in the dark all the time. I feel lost. Kind of like when someone is homeless. You know how when you see somebody on the street and they homeless and they just disconnected from everybody? I'm experiencing the same thing now. The only difference is that I'm employed and I have residency and 2 forms of transportation. But emotionally, it's the same. I have to figure it out. I have to do every idle thing for myself. Any type of like ailment or health concern, surgery or car accident. I mean, any of those things. So yes. So it's kind of like you are in an environment, you in a headspace of panic and terror at times. So it's like a bench press, like a kind of scenario that you have to do day to day to kind of keep yourself stabilized. See, I don't have nobody from the outside pouring into me, helping, keeping me on track. So I have to rely on the Father. I have to rely on what was poured into me from my parents, the template that I grew up seeing. Unfortunately, I don't have the big brother, big sister, all of those different people to catch me in the event that I lost my job or something happened to one of my cars. I got to do all of this all by myself. Do you realize how stressful that is? It's almost like a single mom minus the kids. Do I need to grow breasts and have 3 kids in here with you just to kind of get you to see like the grief and the despair and the uncertainty at times that I go through? Sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I can't breathe, like I'm suffocating, but there is nowhere to turn. It feels like at times like you being buried alive, like I can't get out. There's nowhere to turn. There's no rich guy, no mom, dad. I can't go stay with nobody. I can't never take a break. Every day it's like, oh my God. So any mental breakdown, any health concern, anything that I have, I can't escape. I can't pass it on. I can't lean on nobody. I don't have nobody to assist me with navigating the waters. Do you realize how difficult that is, my brother? That is extremely tough. I know you got a lot of friends and you got people surrounding you or whatever, but I don't have anybody. I work from home. I have to take care of myself. And anybody out there that's listening to me that can relate, that understand this, hey, you could drop a comment, like, whatever. But yes, it's extremely challenging out here in this day and age. I don't have nobody. There are times I just feel like, oh my God, I just want a reset. If I could just go to sleep and just let somebody else just take over the steering wheel for a minute and drive. There's no one to drive. So anytime that I feel like I want to take a nap or fall asleep, I can't. I have to stay woke 24/7. I can never sleep. That is stressful. Versus you in a relationship or with roommates or with people where you throwing half or whatever and you got people that got you. You got a lover, a wife, or a husband, or somebody that got you. You see what I'm saying? You get sick, you break a leg, you can't go to work, you go out on disability or whatever, them folks got you. I don't have nobody to help me. If I need to move right now, I got to do all of the arrangements and everything myself. Find out who gonna help me move all this stuff all myself. I don't have the friends like what you got. Like, oh, I can go call my brother, frat brothers, or I got a team of people around me. Could you imagine what I deal with psychologically? Knowing all of, after everything I just revealed to you? Yeah, that's very tough. I got all my responsibilities. I know you own your house, and in my previous video, I stated that I rent my place, but I have a whole lot of responsibilities. But one key distinct difference is I don't have the luxury of the 15-day grace period like you do. I don't have that luxury to be able to stay in here 2-3 months and the bank work with me. I don't have the luxury of the programs that you've used secretly to help keep you in your house. I don't have any of that. So to me, in my opinion, up front, renting is harder. Yes, home ownership, you may have more overall responsibilities, home HOAs and cutting grass and other repairs and stuff. But as far as collecting that money up front right then and there, oh yes, my brother, renting is way tougher because it's up front. You got to have it right then and there. With rent all over America, from the first to the third is that range. If you living somewhere and you got to the fifth, you blessed. After the fifth, you consider you late. Once the 10th get here, then people gonna go start filing paperwork and dispossessory warrants to get you removed. As opposed to you being in your house, lost your job, broke your leg, and you, all I gotta do is just call Wells Fargo and the people will connect me to an agent to get me in a program where I can get back on my feet. There is no such thing with renting. That is the difference. So when you've heard me in the past compare the stress with the renting and home ownership, to me, up front, both of them are equally hard. So that's why I was telling you, you stayed in your house for 20 years. I've been living here, example, for 20 years renting. We both been suffering, going through different things, managing responsibilities, bills, light bill, entertainment, cutting grass, furniture, housing, utilities, gas, all of the things that encompass living in a dwelling, paying bills. To me, it is the same. But yes, my brother, it's extremely, extremely hard. So yeah, if you getting a guaranteed set of money, you have no idea. It's like apples and oranges. You cannot compare the two. I can get up and go to work tomorrow and the people saying bye-bye. I have all that weight and pressure on me that I have to deal with, and I got to go to God. I got to try to figure this thing out. While all you got to do is go to the mailbox and keep looking at your phone, and you got an automatic deposit. All you got to do is just wake up every day and brush your teeth and do your hair and just exist. And your residency is secure. It don't work that way with working people, is what I'm trying to say to you. Big difference. Okay? Yes. There are many times I just feel like, oh my God, I just wish I had somebody that could just, come in and let me take a break. Not to take care of me and pay my bills, but Lord, I know in my other video I said I don't want nobody's money, I don't want nobody taking care of me and all of that, but I'm human. I know at some point in my life I'm not going to always be able to hold myself up. So this goes back to the other topic when I always talk about roommates or whatever. If I meet you and we go back 20 years and you've lived with 8, 9 people and that's just been your pattern for the last 25, 30 years, just like living with people and stuff. Don't throw that New York City, Chicago, I'm in a big city, it's real expensive. I don't have anything to do with that. It's expensive all over the United States. I can't stay here in Atlanta for free. Get out of here with all that. I don't care. 3,000 in New York, 5 in LA, all over the world. It is the same. That has nothing to do with nothing. Let's just say I only just paid $1,000 here. My salary, that's what I'm saying, it's just, I hate when people that live in other cities and you tell me how expensive it is there. Why would you think it's not as expensive to live here? It's expensive all over. It doesn't matter. I'm out here all by myself doing this all by myself. While you got a roommate and you paying half. You get sick, you lose your job, you got a safety net. You got somebody there to help you. I don't have nobody. It's totally different. I'm the one that have to wake up every day and make sure all of the household responsibilities is managed. I can't never go to sleep or go to jail or all of the other luxuries of living with people and somebody come check on me, I fell down the stairs or whatever. See, you have all those luxuries of other human beings around you. I don't. It's nothing but fire over here, my brother. So I have to get it. I don't have time to play games. So back to the topic. I meet you. You tell me you've been living with roommates or whatever for I don't know how many years, whatever. It's like at this point, I'm not really even finna get into the details about like what type of work you do, your skill set and all this kind of stuff. Your background, that little bit you just told me, you've been living with roommates for the last 25 years. Yeah, you may be a good man, may have a good heart, may love the Lord and all that stuff, be a member of the church and really be a good down-home guy. But all these years, and I'm going to just keep it real with you, all these years I have been out here suffering, not knowing what way I'm just having to figure it out all by myself with nobody to turn to. It's just like the homeless people. I don't know why people, it's the same thing. I am in the world. I am disconnected from everybody. All I have is a job and residency and cars. Socially and human beings, don't nobody come over here and hug me. I'm suffering from touch deprivation. Look that up. Google that. Touch deprivation. Right. So you got all of that. You got this one person dealing with family estrangement, touch deprivation. This man got to pay his bills, look after himself, all that stuff. Just, right. Why do it always have to be, I'm a woman with kids or whatever just to get you? I'm human. She didn't make them kids by herself. She got a nigga that helped made them kids. That's both of their responsibility. Do not put a woman, I just hate when people do that stuff when they're single parent with children. Come and you pour water on every fucking thing I just said because you a single parent. You know what I'm going to do? Ma, I'm going to throw you right back on whoever the baby daddy is or your ex-husband. You didn't make them children by yourself. So that is not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same scenario. So don't mix the two. I'm a single man out here all by myself. It's just like somebody that's out here homeless. They ain't got no kids out there, but they still need compassion. They still have human feelings. Their struggle is still valid. So I hate that parent, single parent. How hard it was for you raising your kids. Well, sweetie, it's been hard for me too, going through so many things, being isolated or whatever too. Right, I have just as much grief. Right, I hate for a motherfucker to do like you gonna take your situation and pour it on me and just like, I don't care. I don't have kids. That's a completely different setup. Now, I'm out here all by myself doing it, gotta figure it out. Depressed, suicidal. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anytime I feel, it's just you. A parent, you have no idea, my brother or my sister, if you watching this video. You think you do, but you don't. And I don't want nobody to tell me that you got a roommate and you paying bills. You understand? No, you don't. If you don't have an address in the United States of America, where you in that environment all by yourself, paying every single bill, not nobody had to die and leave you money. You're not staying in your mama house that passed away. We're not talking about none of that. We talking about you living in an environment somewhere in the world where you paying everything, gas, lights, utilities, without the help of a sugar daddy or some other dudes that you dating that throw you money to help you along the way. None of that. Don't nobody come and help me and give me money. You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of you do it on the side or whatever. You get little money or whatever for people to help you with gas and utilities or whatever. I don't. I just struggle and go through it. I'm not a high salary earner. I don't make $150,000 a year. I have a real life, real responsibilities. I don't have all them luxuries to be able to turn to nobody. And a lot of that roommate stuff and living and mooching and all that, a lot of that's layered on you don't want to work a second job, right? Because you lazy. I'm not going to lie, I get lazy a lot of times too, because dealing with all of this all by myself, I deal with a lot of depression. Oh, so now you see why I deal with it. Right. The same reason why you drink, shop, and do other stuff. Right. I'm trying to cope. Now you get it. It's no joke. I can't move back home with mama them and rest and take a break. So any emotional, mental illness, anything I'm dealing with, I have to just layer that shit, just pack it up. When I lost my parents, I was living by myself. I done had no friends like you did coming around surrounding you and coming by cooking. There was no one that came and embraced me. Oh, it's gonna be, I had to deal with all that by myself. Still had to get up, go to work and all of that, and still manage all of the responsibilities, all of that at the same time. All by myself, without frat brothers, without the church, without friends, without a roommate, nobody, no human being to turn to. This is serious, right? That's why I'm so animated, right? Because it's all spiritual, right? I'm not finna talk calm and all that shit to you. Man, fuck you. Right, I'm expressing myself. Don't compare my diction, my verbiage to no other nigga out here with videos. I'm not trying to be like nobody else. I'm not trying to be unedited and watch. No, I'm being raw. That's why it's Raw Chronicles with Eric. Episode number 4. Right, that's why the title is on the caption. Right, everything about me is raw. I don't have time for that fake shit. Because that brother can't come in my life and change none of everything you just heard. So, no, we're not doing that. So I've had to figure it out. Graduated from school all by myself. Had to study, all of that. A couple of weeks ago, I had to have some eye surgery. I had a sty in one of my eyes or whatever, and I had to go to Emory and have eye surgery. At that time, I was just thinking like, oh my God, I just wish I had somebody that was here, like a lover or whatever, even if the nigga was cheating or whatever. I mean, I just want to get you to understand the different levels of depression and terror. This shit is scary. I don't know no other way to tell you, right? And that's why you married. That's why you in a relationship, right? Because you know it is, right? It's scary out here. It's scary in a lot of ways, and it's not just financial, it's emotional. There are a lot of layers when you're living by yourself. And I wish somebody would comment and you a mom or with parent with kids and try to comment, I'm going to block your ass. Don't put that scenario with what I'm saying. I'm a man. Like I told you, you got a baby daddy. Whatever struggles you talking about, that's between you and him. That's different. Don't put that shit over here like, oh, I'm a mom. I raised all my kids by myself. Fuck you. Okay? I love you. Don't do that. That's rude. Now, I'm going to check you. If you a woman and you listening and you do that right, you are wrong. Now, get your ass off my Facebook. Bye. I don't play that. I hate when people do that, bro. I be going through a whole lot of stuff. Yes, suicidal. Or I want to kill myself. Or I don't want to be. I've been through all of that. Has anybody been here to rescue me? No. People say like, oh, go to therapy. Oh, therapy is cool too. Yeah. I used to work in behavioral health or whatever. I'm very familiar with therapy and all of that. But I know when I go to the therapist is going to give me tools to cope and remove this. But the issue that I have with the therapist is when I'm finished with the session and it's time for me to go home, guess what? I still come right back to this motherfucker by myself. That's my issue with the therapy. I know you're in the background like, oh, he needs some therapy. Oh, yeah, that only helped me a little bit, but the therapist's not going to help me financially and take this weight off of me, right? I'm tired. I want to do just like you. I want somebody to be responsible for me, right? That's why you got married, right? I want a husband or wife, somebody to be able to rest. So when I go to jail, get fired, get sick, you got me, right? That's why you with your person that you with, right? You want the security. You see this chair behind my back? See how I just laid on that? That's what you want. That's why you with your person. I want that too. I don't have the support. It's very, very challenging. That's why when I meet somebody that can match me, you've been in your house, you've been renting or whatever, you done had your own place for years and years, no roommates. But you done been in your place, you done been managing all that stuff all by yourself as a man. Brother, I ain't got no respect for you. Because I know that takes an enormous amount of responsibility to be able to handle all that stuff by yourself. I have the same respect for you that I have for a single mom that did it all by herself. Not trying to compare my story with hers, but yeah, that same respect and strength, right, I have for you. Because I know everybody can't do that. Out of 100,000 men, probably about 500 can do it. A lot of men can't do it. How many of your friends you know have lived by themselves and have had their house or apartment for years? Most of the guys or whatever, you can't stand no time by yourself or whatever. You'll be in a relationship, right? Because that shit drive you crazy because you have to have somebody in your life or you'll go crazy, right? Because you codependent. You can't stand up out here by yourself a long time. No, you can't. I don't even know you, and I'm going to tell you. No, sir, you cannot. You cannot stand up, not years, consistently. And if you have lived by yourself and had your own place, it's been for a short time. Been for probably 2-3 years. And after that, that shit start driving you crazy. You got to get somebody in there with you. So, goodbye. Thank y'all for listening to me today. Thank you for tuning in. Had a chance to express myself. Like I said, yeah, this is Eric Raw Chronicles. Yeah, I have to really let you know raw how it really is. Like I always tell you on previous videos, nothing fake about this, baby. Until the next time, tune in. I'm going to let you go. And peace. And y'all have a great rest of your day.